What up, boy? Mike C-Town here, number 11 in this vinyl shit. I got a lot of records I want to get through in this one, so we're gonna get started, man. First record I'm gonna show you. This is ISIS, the Red Sea. Hopefully you guys already know who they are. Absolutely amazing band. Super heavy, chaotic, intense, hardcore. Elements of fucking sludge metal, doom metal, drone shit. There's one of the better bands to do this style, and after this particular record, they went on to, man, they kind of started their own sound, man, and they pioneered a whole separate subgenre of metal, and you know, they're, in my opinion, they're the best to ever do it, man. You know, out of all of those bands. But yeah, anyway, this is an earlier release. It was re-released on vinyl. It's a really cool gatefold LP that folds out. Has like these nice pictures of them in there. Hopefully you can see that. The actual vinyl itself, I think, is gorgeous. Look at this shit, man. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just pretty? Isn't that just pretty? Yeah. Fucking awesome, man. Great band, great record. If you're already an ISIS fan and you're a fan of like their later stuff, I'm not sure if you'd like this one as much because it's a lot heavier, it's a lot less atmospheric, but in my opinion, it is still a fantastic record. Next record I'm gonna show y'all. This is ISIS, Wavering Radiant. This one is a lot more ambient, post-rock-ish than the other stuff. You have a lot of those longer songs with just amazing compositions. You know, lots of intricate playing, lots of pretty parts, lots of heavy parts. You know, just an all-around amazing record. I don't think it'll just appeal to like hardcore metal fans. Like, I can see dudes into Radiohead loving this record. Let me show you the actual layout. You have the really cool Starry Skies cover, and then on the inside you have this really fucking cool like line drawing type artwork. It's really cool, really intricate stuff. Then you have more inserts with more art. It's only on black vinyl, so I don't really need to show you the record themselves, but again, really cool, really interesting artwork in this. And great record, man. ISIS is definitely one of my favorite bands. I was lucky enough to see them live a few times before they broke up, in pretty small venues. They weren't, you know, super huge back when I saw them. I didn't get to see them once they started the more post-rockish elements. I saw them when they were still like a hardcore band. I'm pretty sure it was with Cave-In, if I remember correctly. But anyway, yeah, great band. Next record I'm gonna show y'all. Hey, bruh, this my shit now. Freddie Jackson. Yeah. This is Rock Me Tonight. This is one of those records that was a hand-me-down from my dad. Yeah, cool old school R&B. He's not one of the better singers of R&B. Of course, he's not a Smokey Robinson or a Teddy Pendergrass or anything like that. But he made fun songs, man. You know, it's that typical funk flavored, mixed with smooth jazz type of R&B. Some shit you put on at a party. You know what I'm saying? To play in the background. You know, of course you have the songs, He'll Never Love You Like I Do. Of course, the songs that everyone should probably know. You Are My Lady, which is my shit. Man, you are my lady. You're everything I need and more. Ooh, oh, oh. You are my lady. This shit is so tight. You're all I'm living for. Other song, Rock Me Tonight. which, you know that shit. Rock me tonight for old time's sake. You should know that shit. But yeah, man, this is a great record, dude. I'm sure any fucking record store you go to will probably have this for like $3. So if you want some fun party R&B, pick it up, man. Pick it up and throw it on in the background at your next get together. And especially if you got some old black women coming, man. They drop their panties for some fucking Freddie Jackson. Breezing on through, getting to my Michael Jackson collection, which isn't much of a collection, to be honest, so don't get excited. I don't have that many, but and by the way, these are all hand-me-downs from my dad. I didn't buy a single one of these. I'm just lucky enough to have the original pressings from when I was a kid, and I'm talking about when I was like, I don't know when this shit came out, when I was like 8 or some shit. But I remember my dad putting these on and jamming out, man. But, yeah, these definitely bring back memories. First one, this is off the wall. Of course, essential for Michael Jackson fans. This is that disco fresh MJ. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is definitely not a record that I would put on if I was in the Michael Jackson mood. But we'll get into that in a minute. But, of course, you have let me roll back. You got that tight-ass fucking fold-out cover. It's got some great songs, but I just don't listen to this record that much, so I don't even really want to talk about it too much. But, you know, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, Get On The Floor, Off The Wall, I Can't Help It. You know these songs, man. I don't need to talk about them. You know them jams. You know them jams. So jam on. Jam on. Jam on. Next record. This is Michael Jackson's Thriller. It's another childhood record that I remember listening to a lot when I was a kid. I remember when this shit came out. I remember when the Thriller video came out. It scared the fuck out of me, bro. It scared the living shit out of me. But my dad made me listen to the whole album, and, you know, at first I was like, fuck some Michael Jackson, man. This dude's crazy. Fucking turning into werewolves and shit. And then laughing about it. Shit ain't funny. Ha ha ha. Shit ain't funny, Mike Jacks. Alright, but then when you saw this, and then you saw this, man, motherfuckers got a little baby tiger. Man, let me tell y'all about swag, bruh. When you can afford to have a goddamn baby tiger chilling on your knee while you rocking a white suit, motherfucker, that's swag, bruh. Gold fronts, that ain't swag, goddamn. Fancy rides, that ain't swag. Goddamn, red bottom jeans, that shit ain't swag, bruh. A goddamn white suit with a jerry curl and a baby fucking tiger. That is swag. Just trying to let y'all know, man. I feel like I'd be insulting to all of your intelligence if I sat here and went on about how groundbreaking this album is. You guys should already fucking know that. So, you know, I'll just run through my favorite tracks, of course. The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney. Thriller, of course. Beat It. Man, I can't say which ones are my favorite tracks because this whole album is just stellar. It's just absolutely stellar. But I'm not going to lie. This is still not the album that I put on when I'm in an MJ mood. And that album would have to be this one, boy. This is Michael Jackson Bad. This shit. When this came out, I was blown away, man. Because I was already old enough to understand, like, you know, what all this shit meant. And, you know, not really what it meant, but to understand, like, the sounds and what really appealed to me. I was probably 10 when this came out. And I just remember the song Bad and just being like, dude, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Every song on the album was just like perfectly catchy. The sound was just like big and boisterous and just, it was rocking, but it was still pop. He just came off as such a bad motherfucker on this. And I remember the cover and just thinking how goddamn cool he was. Of course, when Thriller came out, I had the red leather jacket. My sister left it out in the rain and it got ruined. It turned green. But hey, man, that shit happens. But when this came out, I was like, dude, this is the look. This is the look. I wanted a long ass Jerry curl so bad. So bad. And my mom wouldn't let me, man, because I had that baby hair, bruh. You can't tell now. I had that good hair, man. This is also the beginning of the goth look, as you can tell, with the eyeliner. You know, shout out to My Chemical Romance. This did kind of hurt the badass appeal of this album. The inside pictures. I don't know, man. They're a little sissified, you know. You had songs like Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, you know, Another Part of Me, Smooth Criminal, Dirty Diana. But I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite song, man. My favorite song of this whole album. And you're gonna trip out, but Speed Demon. That was my shit. Speed Demon, doing it on the highway, gotta have it my way. Yeah, some shit just fell and it scared the shit out of me. But hey, man, I hope that ain't the fucking ghost of Michael Jackson. Hey, Mike, I'm down with you, bruh. And I'm way too old for you to be fucking with me, man. Be fucking with me. Shit. You ain't gonna be touching on me, Mike. I'll fight back, bruh. I ain't Macaulay Culkin or Webster. I'll beat your ass. Check this shit out, man. It even comes with a little order form for Michael Jackson fan club, I think, for like ordering t-shirts and club membership and keychains and stuff. Really cool, man. This is awesome. Like I said, this is the original pressing of when this first came out. Like I got this from my dad from when this shit was released. So I don't think it's worth anything, but it's still pretty cool. Oh, I forgot one of my other favorite songs, Liberian Girl, where there's a pretty funny story with that. Until maybe 7 years ago, excuse me, I thought Liberian Girl was him saying Librarian Girl. So for years of listening to this album, I was singing Librarian Girl, thinking that was what he was saying, man. I thought he had like an obsession with like cute little nerdy girls, like Lisa Loeb type chicks, because that was my jam. A friend of mine told me he was singing Liberian Girl, and I was just like, the fuck? Who the fuck is searching out Liberian girls? Mike Jackson, that's who, because he's bad. Another lyric I was confused by was Another Part of Me. For the longest time, I thought he was saying, you're just another Quartermain. Like, you're just another How the fuck does that shit even make sense? This is what happens when your parents drink too fucking much, man. Your fucking brain doesn't work properly. You start hearing shit that's not correct. Next record I'm going to show you, motherfuckers. This is The Jacksons' Victory. When I was going through my dad's albums, this record used to always jump out at me because I thought it was so cool that it had like the weird cartoon cover. It's okay. I don't think I realized how good it was until like way later on in my life. It's entertaining funk pop, or whatever you wanted to call it back then. That poppy with the funk in it. But I will tell you this. It did have one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs on it, and it's Be Not Always. Seriously, man. Google that song because I think it's unbelievably gorgeous. The frailty and the vulnerability in Michael Jackson's voice while he's singing that song, and it's just perfectly produced. And it was actually produced by him. But it's just amazing. It's amazing. And that's not me fucking around. Like, it's really a fucking amazing song. Everyone knows State of Shock. State of Shock. Whatever. Cool record. Not really worth owning. Next record I want to show you. This is Mr. Rick James, bitch! This is Cold Blooded. Again, fun record. I remember originally hearing this and just thinking, Cold Blooded. Later on in his life, you know, people concentrated way more on his drug use and his issues with women. You know, burning bitches with crack pipes and cocaine's a hell of a drug, all that shit. Than they did on the absolutely fantastic music he made. And this is some fun music. Funky music. And, you know, I think it's great. And then don't forget, you know, songs like Ebony Eyes, where he showed you that fucking Rick James can sing, man. He was going, well, maybe not toe to toe, but like, I don't know, elbow to knee with Smokey Robinson, my favorite R&B vocalist. You got Pimp the Simp with Grandmaster Flash. Come on, man. Tell me what you want with Billy D. Williams. You know what I'm saying? You bring the freak out. You bring the freak out. Put this shit on when you got some fucking, some heavenly, hefty, big women in the house. And see what happens, man. They gonna cause a motherfucking earthquake getting down. And you gonna thank your boy. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Rick James, Reflections. Not really much to talk about here. This is just the greatest hits. But it's got, seriously, it's a fucking awesome greatest hits because it's got all of his best songs. You Turn Me On, Fire and Desire, I'm in Love with Mary Jane. Oh, now, this is my favorite Rick James song. Give It To Me, Baby. When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. You were fast asleep. You wouldn't even talk to me. It's my shit. Give it to me, baby. I'll make you holler like you had enough. Anyway, you're probably not looking to get into Rick James, but if you are, you know, hey man, this is what you need to pick up. Next, we're going to talk about one of my favorite country singers. This is Waylon Jennings, Love of the Common People. This is a really old Waylon Jennings. It's the oldest Waylon Jennings I have. I don't have that much on vinyl. I have a lot more on CD, of course. But it's definitely pre-Outlaw Waylon. It's when he was still doing that Nashville sound, hanging out with Chet Atkins and them. It's got that classic Nashville sound. There's not a bad song on here, but, you know, you're not going to get the sound that you got later on. But you have some great songs. Money Can't Make the Man. You know, man can make the money, but money cannot make the man. You Gotta Hide Your Love Away. Everyone knows that song. You've got to hide your love away. Beatles song that he covered. Great stuff. If the Shoe Fits. Two Streets of Steel. There's some great heartbreaking songs on here, but most of it, like I said, is just really typical Nashville sound country. But old school Nashville sound when it was still good. Not that new fucking bullshit that they try to pass off as country music nowadays. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Jules by Waylon Jennings. Not much to say here. This is still that pre-Outlaw Waylon. Still that classic Nashville Chet Atkins sound. Actually, there's a picture on the back with him hanging out with Chet Atkins. But yeah, this is still a great record. Today I Started Loving You Again. How Much Rain Can One Man Stand? I haven't listened to this in a while, so I don't remember the other songs on here. You Love the Ground I Walk On. My Ramona, of course. And he does a cover of Folsom Prison Blues. But yeah, this is a great album. But still not the Waylon that everybody is used to. So I can't say that if you just kind of sort of like Waylon, you should run out and get this. Now this record, this is some shit here. This is a great mix of older and newer Waylon. Got the only daddy that'll walk the line. Nashville Bum. But it's got some older songs. Like again, it's got Money Cannot Make the Man on it. But yeah, it's got a nice mix of older and newer Waylon. So this is probably a cool place to start. There are some really good best ofs with Waylon Jennings, but this is okay. This is a cool record to have. If you ever see this used for cheap, you know, grab it up. You know, another hand-me-down from my father, but you know, cool album. Now this shit here, this is the Waylon that you need to be fucking with, bruh. This is Outlaw Waylon. You got Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the Boys. Satin Sheets, Lucille. I Think I'm Gonna Kill Myself. This is Getting Funny. But there ain't nobody laughing. This is great Waylon. You can tell. Look at that motherfucker. That's a badass motherfucker, man. Hey, my Grammy don't work, man. I don't need the money, but I'll take it. I love this record, man. This is a great, great, great Waylon record. So yeah, if you see this, definitely pick this up. This is great Outlaw Waylon. Rest in peace, of course, Waylon Jennings. So that's it, as usual. Thank you for living. Thank you for loving. Thank you for being you. And we'll see you next time. Peace, bitches.